Good evening. It's Sunday, 22nd of March. You're looking at the live view of Eagle as it awaits its 3 p.m. UTC launch from Space Launch Complex 7 at Freidonia Interplanetary Spaceport. My name is Dark, and I'm joining you from my headquarters in Normandia. Thanks for joining us for our launch of the second group of Proxima constellations. This also marks ISX's first launch in 2026 and its 43rd launch overall. We're currently trying to launch Series 5 Maximum Performance, or S4MXP, which is our enhanced version of Series 4 we used already. We're also
Eagle is go for
working
launch.
on new space station modules, manufacturing facility, as well as upgrades to testing site, and we're going to be preparing upcoming Skydancer second flight tests. So make sure you follow our social medias for going updates on the matter. Now, at the bottom two-thirds, first is the first stage. Its objective is to accelerate the vehicle through the Droo's atmosphere to separate to space and separate from the rest of the rocket. On top of the first stage is black carbon interstage.
T minus
It
30
connects the two
seconds.
stages and houses a pneumatic pusher that separates the first stage from
Eagle
the
has
second
startup,
stage during
internal
flight.
computers
However,
taking the control
right
of
now we're
terminal
preparing
count.
for the first stage's ignition. So we're roughly 20 seconds away
T
from the
minus
launch.
15 seconds.
In a few seconds, I'm gonna go silent and I'm gonna let you enjoy the launch itself.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
Engines full power and
And there we have liftoff of Eagle
Eagle
with
has cleared the
Proxima
tower.
satellites.
Hawk
Their
chamber pressure
first
is
ever
nominal.
launch in 2026. Now, as you may notice, we have upgraded graphical user interface on our stream. We're currently running 7 engines in the first stage. Wait, apologies. We're currently running engines in the first stage with the methane. And currently 6 engines on the outer ring and 1 engine in the middle. The middle engine is also used to provide extra stability with maneuvers. Now, we are over 50 seconds into the flight. We are already past max Q and are throttling the engines up back to maximum throttle. Not used to new graphics, so we're just almost in the max Q. Apologies for that. Yeah, we're currently 9 kilometers up.
Vehicle is
the ground.
supersonic.
There's amazing shots from onboard cameras on the Eagle. So currently the first stage is burning, but soon the second stage will separate from it. 5 pneumatic pusher and will take over the job of pushing the payload into orbit. Now, the payload itself is encapsulated in the payload fairing, which protects it from atmospheric forces during the initial phase of the launch. However, once we're past that point where the atmosphere is not really a big deal for us, we can jettison payload fairing halves, unveiling the payload and basically just ditching away useless weight that it's can just slow us down and decrease our performance and efficiency. Like we've been working so hard to get better numbers with, and this is what came out, a new Eagle Series 4. Now, we're soon gonna be having multiple events in quick succession. First of them is gonna be main engine cutoff, followed by stage separation, and followed by second engine start number 1. We're just a few seconds away from that, so let's watch how it goes.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation
Then we have
confirmed.
main engine cutoff, stage separation, and we have second engine
Hawk back ignition.
sequence now. There we go. Second engine start. Now in a bit we're gonna have payload deployment. Sorry, not payload, but payload fairing deployment, payload fairing jettison.
Fairing
go.
separation
You can
confirmed.
see amazing shots from our onboard cameras there. And you can see the fairing halves just falling off on the sides there. So let's talk a bit more about payloads we're running right now, shall we? Proxima is our internet constellation satellite designed and manufactured by ISX to deliver low latency and high data for customers in remote areas and rural locations all around the globe. Proxima is an affordable alternative to conventional ground-based fiber or wireless infrastructure, where reliability in rural areas isn't the best. Proxima is not only delivering internet connections to our broadband, but also your phones. As we continue to expand our cellular devices, air broadband, marine broadband, on-the-road broadband, and more is going to be also coming up, so stay tuned for some future updates. For example, we're working on enhancing data speeds of Proxima satellites to ensure better quality for your customers, as well as possibly providing also more connections, for example, on trains, or maybe even on buses, on planes. We're planning on covering the whole globe with affordable internet, so stay tuned for some more updates on that. On the graphics there, you can see we're 175 kilometers up in the air. That's very good because Eagle has to fight through the dense atmosphere as well as through the gravitational pull of the Earth to get itself into stable orbit. Now, we're soon gonna witness the second engine cutoff number 1, followed soon by a coast phase until we get into a good point in the atmosphere and the orbit to start also burning second engine again. So you can see the second engine start cut off number 1 down on the graphics. Amazing work from a graphical team, by the way. That's just beautiful graphics there, showing us all the necessary informations while also keeping it simple and effective.
Seco.
So there we have the second engine cutoff number 1. We're soon gonna enter the coast phase. So, quick summary of the flight for those that have been just joining us. We have experienced successful liftoff. Max Q, we have successfully shut down the first stage, separated the stages from themselves, and ignited the second stage. Fairing descent has been confirmed, and we're currently on parking orbit, awaiting possible future maneuvers to ensure that the stage is in nominal position for the second engine start number 2, which is going to put us into final orbit for the payload deployment. Welcome back, people. We're soon gonna be ending the coast phase and igniting the second stage engine again. There we go. We have second engine start number 2. So, for those who have just joining us again, I'm gonna repeat myself. We have had successful launch, successful max Q, successful main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start, followed by build frame jettison and second engine cutoff number 1. We're now currently in the second engine start 2 sequence. We have roughly 30 seconds left from the burn of the second stage. So, what's going to be coming up afterwards is very simple. Second stage is going to shut down its engine. It's going to wait for a few seconds, and it's going to then begin the payload deployment sequence.
Seco.
And there we go, we have successful second engine cutoff number 2. So now we're gonna enter coast phase for roughly a minute before we proceed with the payload deployment. Now, a quick note for the future: this is first of multiple planned Eagle Series 4 launches, and we're also planning some future vehicle development updates for you. Now, please be patient with our new graphics as it's first use and it has not been properly tested on webcast yet, but it's currently going very well, so just if you have any feedback, leave it down in the comments or join our Discord and make sure to tag us and tell us your opinion. Now we're roughly 30 seconds or 45 seconds away from the payload deployment. So let's just watch and wait until it happens. Ladies and gentlemen, we're soon entering our payload deployment phase. After that, we're going to wrap up the webcast, so just hang on for a few more minutes or seconds, depends how long it's going to take. And then we are going to say goodbye for today. And there we go, we have successful payload deployment procedure begin. And we have our Proxima satellites deployed from the adapter on second stage. I know it's very hard to see, but trust me, they are deployed. So now, we'd like to thank our customers for trusting us with all the launches we have done and we will do. We'd also like to thank CASA and 5th Freidonia Spaceport Delta for supporting us, supporting our missions and our projects. We'd also like to thank you all for everything you're doing with us and that you have waited patiently for our return. Have a great weekend, great week, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.